Yes, this is the Blood Shinobi, and I knew I was taking some time off. Well, for you guys, I'm sorry, but for me, my friend kind of suggested taking a week or two off when I put out What If Tsunade, well, seduced Naruto, and yeah, so that's what I did. I was trying to get this to the part it's at, like the 10 videos a day in one day for you guys, but that's why I haven't been recording. This is the first one to come out of the parts, so that's what I was trying to do. I'm trying to get 10 videos out in one day, and lately I haven't had the time to record, mainly because it's been loud around here, and I want you guys to have peace, quiet when you listen. Also, in this part, there's going to be some tragedy, and now let's get into the recap. Iowa attacked Konoha because Minato wasn't there, and well, yeah, it's a war. It's what's gonna happen. So that's where we're up to. So here's the intro. So in total, it's been a whole day since Iowa attacked Konoha. Iowa's lost a lot of forces along with Konoha, but not people that just folder, you know what I mean? People who have families, but at the same time don't have much importance to Kakashi right now. Mostly older jonin, a bunch of genin and some tuning. But on Iowa, they've lost a lot, mainly because of Kakashi and Obito, who keep going back and forth, slashing, slicing, making sure that, well, no one can get to Konoha unless it's going to be backup. Which they won't be getting any from the Sand, because the Sand was also recently attacked by Iowa. No, not Iowa, Kiri. They attacked along with Iowa. It was a planned attack. But Suna and the Hidden Sand have got out of it. They've survived and killed as many people as they possibly could. Suna is damaged badly. Most of its tuning and getting, well, half of its population is dead. But Kiri kinda backed out. They weren't going to lose any more men. And they did what their job was, impact and damage a shit ton of Suna. Iowa wanted their help and got their help. Iowa, on the other hand, is dying. Horizon was bleeding. Tushikage Anoiki was standing there holding his side. "Come on, you bastard," said Horizon. Kakashi was standing there. He turned around and threw a kunai at a random Iowa nin. "You think that's all? You think that will take us out?" said an Iowa nin. As Kakashi was punched in the face and backhanded, he was dying. He had been stabbed by a bunch of kunai on Crystal. She came running at Kakashi as a kunai was shoved into his face. All Kakashi could see was blood, but it wasn't his blood. Onko was stabbed through the heart, killing her. "No!" said Kakashi. As soon as Kakashi looked up, he couldn't see what was going on. And then Obito turned to him. "Kakashi! Kakashi!" said Obito. Kakashi couldn't let it. He was letting out as much rage as he possibly could. He was attacking. He was killing ruthlessly. His eyes were forming into a new type of form. He didn't know what it was, but it might be the eternal Sharingan he heard so much about in the books he read. Or he doesn't know, but his eyes were burning, and he couldn't see what happened for the next 6 hours. Obito, on the other hand, watched Kakashi rage like no tomorrow. Watched Kakashi kill as much as he possibly could. And for an hour, Kakashi was a ruthless machine. but nothing happened to him. He was getting cut and beaten down, but he couldn't remember. And then, well, guess what happened? Something formed behind him. It was like a samurai. All Kakashi said was, Susanoo, and an armored figure was behind him. Obito, on the other hand, had much more luck than Kakashi. He met up with Rin, and she was sore but badly hurt. But she was saved by Obito. "You're very nice, Obito," is what Rin said. Kakashi was down for 5 hours. Now he was finally waking up. They had been trying to deploy and destroy as much of Iowa as possible. But, well, they couldn't. Iowa just had more reinforcements than anyone else could have imagined. But, who knows, maybe he should bring in Minato. "Should I bring in Minato?" asked Obito. Rin just shook her head. "This is our war. They killed Onko. Do you think Kakashi would want you to bring in Minato and he wasn't here? No, he wants to get revenge. He wants to destroy Iowa. They just killed the love of his life. He's gonna murder every single one of them until he either dies or they either surrender. And he'll still chase them down. You know this, right?" said Rin. "I know," said Obito. "Kakashi is someone that's not dumb. He's your cousin. She could have been your... I don't know. But just lost Kakashi's life of happiness. He won't have mercy. He will slaughter them all, and then they will regret it. This war is the end. He will go after Inoki if Hiruzen hasn't killed or defeated him yet," said Rin. Kakashi was opening his eyes. He saw and heard what they were talking about. He remembered. Onko is dead. The love of his life is dead. He will never love again. He saw Guy fall down to the ground, tired and, well, probably badly hurt from using the gates. "Guy." "No, not Guy as well," said Kakashi. Kakashi turned to Obito. "Obito." "Charge with me, brother," said Kakashi. Obito was ready to die for Kakashi. He was ready to die for Konoha. "If this ends the war, this ends the war," said Obito. They both charged with kunais in their hands. Kakashi's tanto and his blades were snapped. Kakashi had a murderous glare on his face. He was going to enjoy this. He's going to enjoy every little bit of killing he can, because he is a god now. He wants to be a god. He needs to be a god. Kakashi just turned over to Onko, its dead, lifeless body, and cleaned up all the blood that he could off her. "Your death will not be in vain, love," is all that he said. "Kakashi, don't you dare die on us," said Rin. Rin turned to Obito and gave him a kiss. "I'm gonna miss you if you die." And then turned to someone that appeared. He had orange hair, and he looked to be working with Tenny. Tenny started walking, along with Danzo. Danzo just smirked. "Ha! So, Iowa. Our mission has succeeded. We're going to kill a mole. Where is Inoki? I get Konoha, remember," said Danzo. Danzo and these figures that all had crossed out headbands started walking over to where Hiruzen must be. Then something happened. Hiruzen was sent flying. "Is Hiruzen dead?" asked Rin. "He can't be. He is our leader. He can't be dead," said Kakashi. Hiruzen stood up. He was bleeding. Danzo smirked. His root Ombu was standing next to Hiruzen. He was bleeding badly. He couldn't do this. No. No. Don't do this. Don't you dare betray Konoha, said Hiruzen. Danzo just smirked. I'm not betraying. I'm just making sure we win this war. Even if it means we have to side with Iowa. We aren't losing this war. And I know who you had for the 4th Hokage. You could have chose better than Minato. There is no one else. Since I can't be Hokage, you're going to lose your village, your precious village, said Danzo. It's not just my village, it's all of our villages. It's all of our village. Don't you do this to me, said Hiruzen. Danzo just smirked. He put his foot on Hiruzen's face and smashed it. But Hiruzen just barely dodged. He was beaten badly. He stood up and pulled out his bow. This is not it. Orochimaru stood next to him. Sensei, we will fight for Konoha. Let your experiments loose, is all that he said. But sir, Hiruzen, I thought you didn't agree with all that type of stuff, said Hiruzen. I don't care right now. We're losing this war, but know one thing. You better stop after this, said Hiruzen. Orochimaru just smirked at this. I don't think I will. You know that, right? Said Orochimaru. Then Hiruzen turned to Danzo. If you're gonna kill me, at least take out Orochimaru as well. He's the real main problem you're gonna have trying to take over the village. I know, said Danzo. Danzo just smirked at this. He charged for Orochimaru. Hiruzen charged for Inoki again, but before he could, I'm killing you now, said Kakashi. Kakashi charged at Inoki, but he didn't kill him. He couldn't kill him. Not yet, at least. He was kicked in the side by Hiruzen. Don't you dare disobey an order, Kakashi. We're at war. Kill the soldiers. Not Inoki. He's my fight. You're not Kage level yet. So I don't expect you to be taking on my level shinobi. You can't handle it, said Hiruzen. Kakashi just nodded his head. That's how his Hokage sees, but then that's what he's gonna do. He's not going against a Kage. He knows if Hiruzen's getting beaten by him, there's no way that he could do it himself. He's not as strong as Hiruzen, but he is agile and faster. But if Hiruzen doesn't want him fighting, he won't fight. Whatever. Lord Third, said Kakashi. Kakashi and Obito went back to back fighting soldiers. Danzo just smirked. So you have a little pathetic ass little wannabe named... What's his name? Kakashi. I guess he's just like his father. Pathetic. What are you doing here? Why are you here? Better yet, asked Danzo. What do you want with me? Asked Hiruzen. I'm going to kill every last shinobi you have. Root! Go now! Put on Iowa headbands, said Danzo. All the Root did that. They started spreading out and slashing and killing Konoha. I don't know how long we lost, said Kakashi. Long enough to survive, right? Long enough to win, right? Said Rin. Yes, hopefully, said Obito. As soon as Obito said this, Rin was stabbed in the side. And then she was stabbed On the other side, both of her sides were stabbed. She dropped to the ground and started bleeding out blood. She turned over to Obito. "Please, tell my parents that I love them," said Rin. Rin collapsed. "No," said Obito. The same thing that happened to him, that happened to Kakashi, happened to him. His eyes formed weird. They were the Sharingan, but a different texture, a different form. And all he said was Susanoo. And him and Kakashi were fighting. He was throwing kunai and shuriken. Well, actually no, because that's not how the Susanoo works. But Kakashi was throwing shuriken and kunai every which way, while Obito was using his bow of his Susanoo to swipe away the damn kunai and all the other shinobi. "Huh, you think this will kill me? You think you can kill me?" said Obito. But as soon as Obito said this, he fell to the ground from his stamina running out. He did collapse. It was actually kind of sad. He didn't have as much stamina as Kakashi, but he didn't have as much hate neither. He hasn't seen as much of his family die, people he's cared about die, but he has heard about it. So he doesn't know how he'll take it when he wakes up. Hopefully the war's over, but know one thing, he is killing. They are killing Inoki. Inoki won't survive this. Is all that Kakashi could think. While this was happening, Horizon was backed into a corner. He had Inoki and all of Inoki's, best on him. He was already badly beaten. Orochimaru was to his side. He didn't know how much longer Orochimaru would last. Orochimaru was being attacked alongside by Danzo and also by a bunch of Root and Iowa Ninja. Horizon had killed the Root that tried to attack him. He even saw the Inoshikacho trio collapse. Not much, but just a little bit. What are we doing here? Why are we dying? Why is it that this isn't fair for us? Said Horizon. This shouldn't have happened. They need to bring in Minato. But they can't. He is dying. Please, whatever you do, Minato, come back to us. Hopefully this village isn't ruined, said Horizon. Over with Minato and Kushina. B. A. said Kushina. They turned to him. What do you want? Asked. Asked A. Do you know what's going on in the Hidden Leaf? What's happening? I heard there was an attack. One of your Kumo ninjas said it. Said Kushina. Yes, Iowa is chasing and is attacking Konoha. Konoha is on its last little bit. From what we hear, Iowa had Kiri attack sooner just to help so that they wouldn't get any backup. But Iowa will lose from what I've been told. So you guys should be safe. They won't be able to destroy Konoha fully because we will be there to help if you need it and when it's time for you to go. But Minato, if your kunai are chucked there, you teleport there. We don't need you to go. We just need Kushina here. So if you're called into battle, go. You need to help your village. Said Hey, I know I do. But whatever. Please protect Kushina if I go. Said Minato. You have my word. This treaty means more to me than you'll ever know. I need to start anew for my village. And your village won't be in its best as well. But we can hopefully have a better future together, said A. You damn right we will, said Kushina. Kushina just turned to Minato. Why hasn't Kakashi or Obito or Rin and Onko called for you yet? Don't tell me they're dead too, said Kushina. What's his name? Kakashi had a feeling that someone was speaking about him because he had a sneeze, and he let go of a kunai that fell into the back of one of his comrades. Dang it! I was helping him get out of here, said Kakashi. Shikaku, Choza, and Inoichi both saw this happen. Kakashi, don't worry about who dies. Worry about winning. We can't let Konoha fall. Got that? Said, Inoichi. I know that. I will make sure we survive. Obito was still lying on the floor. Guy was laying down as well. Asuma was carrying Guy, along with Kurenai, who was carrying Obito, and who's and what's not Yamato. Yamatanzo was carrying away Rin's body. This war is stupid. And then he turned to Rin. Your stupid ass sister caused this, said Asuma. Hey, don't talk about her that way. It wasn't her fault she was ambushed, said Kakashi. We know. But come on, Kakashi. Maybe if she was more durable, this wouldn't be happening, said Asuma. I know that. But that's in the past now. We need to think about survival, right, Asuma? Don't you think like that as well? Said Kakashi. I need to think about my friends, okay? We're losing. We've already lost a good friend. We're already losing more. This isn't how it's supposed to go down. We're meant to be winning. We're meant to be destroying Iwa, but no. They're destroying us, in a way, said Asuma. I know that, said Kakashi. I've lost the love of my life to these brats, and I'll be killing Inoki my damn god's damn self if Hiruzen falls. But he is the Hokage. There's no way he can fall. Orochimaru just used his, well, not his rebirth, his jutsu where he sheds his skin. I forgot what it's called. He is yeah, that one. You're annoying pest, said Danzo. Orochimaru smirked. You're not as strong as you think. You know that, right? Said Orochimaru. I know. But unlike you, I have endurance, said Orochimaru. Orochimaru, guess what? Said Danzo. What, Danzo? Asked Orochimaru. You know how you always wanted the Sharingan to learn every jutsu? I got it before you. Danzo revealed his and it was Sharingan. And then he turned over to Tenny. Thank you for these prizes, said Danzo. Tenny just smirked. I only had to kill a couple of Uchihas, the damn brats, letting my brother live. And better yet, letting him live with that damn Hokage. I'm glad I helped you in any way possible, Danzo. Tenny. You're a disgrace, said Orochimaru. Says the one who was going to eventually be kicked from the village for your research. It's alright. I helped. My village. Oh no, I'm not part of this stupid village. I mean my friends, said Tenny. Tenny ducked away from Kakashi, who arrived. Kakashi just smirked. He tried to stab Tenny, but Tenny wouldn't let on. He stabbed Kakashi in the neck. Kakashi fell clutching his neck. I will make sure you don't ever, ever be like this again. You lost me, friends. You killed my friends. You killed people a part of Konoha that are meant to be your type of friends. No, you did this for what? Because your brother was becoming more popular. Your brother was having a better life than you. Your brother can actually fall in love with a woman. A mature woman, not a child. You rapist, sick bastard, said Kakashi. And then Tenny just smirked. You know who trained me for this past week or so? I was trained by none other than Madara Uchiha. And once I'm done here, I'm going to train with Madara Uchiha. If not, I'm dying. So, think about that. My sensei is twice as strong as your sensei. My sensei has a better reputation than your sensei. My sensei is a god. Your sensei's a mortal. What's the difference? Mine's smarter. Mine has more experience. Mine actually has strength. And mine doesn't need some second Hokage. Stupid jutsus, unlike yours. Yours is just a fucking mature imbecile that has no friends, that can't make a name of himself, said, Tenny. Then Minato just smirked at this. Not Minato, Kakashi. You had the village's trust. You were someone that the village could have depended on. But no, you had to let your pride, your weakness, get the better of you. I'm glad Obito is more of a man than you. I'm glad he's my friend. And that, unlike you, he can actually have friends, chuckled Kakashi. You think that? You think a weakling like Obito would ever be me? What universe did you come from? I was the pride of my family. My parents adored me before they died. I am a god, said Kakashi. Not Kakashi, said Tenny. And then Kakashi just smirked. Oh, are you now? Wood style, said Kakashi. Wood style, fist, said Kakashi. Kakashi used his Chidori. He had to use it. He made up his own couple of jutsus. They're not perfect, but they'll do. Wood style, lightning fist, said Kakashi. Kakashi is whooping Tenny's ass. Men with orange hair appeared, with 6 others with orange hair. They all pierced Kakashi with a pole, a chakra rod. You may call me Pain, said the orange-haired man. Hiruzen was not dealing well. It was just him and Inoki again. What's going to happen to my friends? Thought Hiruzen. Hiruzen turned to Inoki. Inoki just smirked and used his dust release. But before anything could happen, Tenny was sent flying. There was a guy. He was spitting out blood. He had kicked Tenny as far as possible. You're nothing compared to me, said Guy. I know I could count on you, is all that Hiruzen said. Inoki died. Hiruzen was hoping that he died, but he didn't. There appeared him. Fucking hell, I thought I killed you, said Hiruzen. You think you could kill me that easily, mate? I am a Kage for simple reasons that I can't be killed that easily, said Amanoiki. Dang it, dang it, dang it, said Horizon. Kakashi had given Guy the kunai, the three-pronged kunai that Onko had given him. Guy, what are you doing up? I thought you had been hurt or something, said Horizon. I am, but I've got to do this, said Guy. Guy threw the three-pronged kunai at out into the field, and there appeared Minato. And within seconds, after Tenny had saw this, he had shunshined over to Danzo along with all the others he brought, and they all disappeared. In a sunshin out of here. The village was safe. Minato killed every single one of the island in there. There was about 4,000 left, leaving Onoiki with almost no one. What, you damn bastards? How did you do this to me? Asked Onoiki. Minato just chuckled. You need better friends. Better yet, better shinobi. You can't match Konoha. You are weak. I'd leave the village for 1 second. One little bit, and it's already perished. I don't know how many's died, but I do know one thing, said Minato. What is that? Chuckled Onoiki. Horizon just smirked. Iwa, better run, said Minato. Minato turned to see Kakashi pulling out the chakra rods. Kakashi, where's Obito? Where's Rin? Where's Onko? Said Minato. Kakashi started to bowl out his eyes. Onko's dead. Rin's might be dead, and I don't know about Obito. I want Anoki's head, said Kakashi. Kakashi, revenge is never the answer, said Minato. I get that, said Kakashi. Kakashi just collapsed. Minato went back to Kushina. Kushina. It's destroyed. What do you mean it's destroyed? Asked Kushina. I mean that Noiki attacked. We lost Onko and many more. I don't know the specifics, but I do know that Kakashi will be out for blood soon. And whatever happens is not good, because we all know that he is a prick when it comes to revenge. Remember that. I hope Anoki knows he's just messed with the wrong damn ninja. He has got Kakashi on his bad side. Never will ever take that away. Kakashi will want revenge. He will want blood. But hopefully we can help him, said Minato. Back with Kakashi. He has to start planning the funeral. Horizon is heavily in bed. Danzo and Root were gone. But with them gone, Horizon had flunked out every single Root operative base. There's no longer any Root. Any Root or anyone who participated or helped Iwa was killed in their sleep. And if they weren't killed, they were sent to prison. It was treason. And you don't betray unless you're a missing nin. Horizon couldn't have any more missing nin out there. What's his name? Had just betrayed him. Danzo. Horizon needs to give Minato the position of Hokage when he gets back. Or better yet, he just has his friends. He doesn't have any friends left of his age. His sensei would be displeased with him. Who else would be displeased with him? A bunch of people he knows. He just turned over and smirked. Maybe being Hokage is not as bad as he thought. But then he turned. He had seen all the deaths that came from this war. There is not many people out here, he thinks, has the balls to survive anymore. He turned over to Kakashi. Kakashi, I know this is a bad time for you right now, but whatever you do, please, forget about it. Go. Do what you have to, but know one thing. I will support you in any dilemma you may have. Said Horizon. Kakashi just nodded. He knows what he's got to do. He's going to go protect his friends, his family. He's going to become a better shinobi. Kakashi walked out of the door, and out stood Rin and Obito along with Guy. "What's going on?" asked Guy. Kakashi just turned to Obito and gave him a hug. He walked over and gave Guy a hug, and then gave Rin a kiss on the shoulder. "I've got a mission, an assassination mission. I'm gonna end this war one way or another. But whatever you do, don't come after me," said Kakashi. "Why not?" asked Rin. Obito just turned over to Kakashi. "I know who you're going after. I will support you in this endeavor. You're going to need backup to attack the hidden stone. To defeat Iwa, you're going to need help. Bring me and Guy. We can do this," said Obito. Kakashi just gave Obito a hug on the back, and then he chopped him in the back of the neck, knocking him out. "Guy, watch over Obito. Stop him from coming after me. This is a fool's errand." And then he turned to Rin. "Whatever you do, make sure you keep him happy. He is a brother to me in a way. Well, he is my cousin at least," said Kakashi. "Whatever," said Rin. Kakashi walked out of the door. He gave Guy one of Guy's thumbs up and then just walked out the door. Guy just nodded. Guy picked up Obito, and him and Rin walked to Minato's house to lay Obito down. "Once I get there, I will do 1,000 push-ups," said Guy. Rin just smirked. Guy could make someone a good wife one day, but she's got Obito. Kakashi just continued out. He won't be here for Onko's funeral tomorrow, and the rest of the shinobis. He's got his mission, and he's going to do it as long as it takes, till he succeeds. He will destroy all of Iwa if he has to, because he is lost all sense of hope now that this war will end with him alive. In Kumo, Minato was standing next to Kushina. She had heard about everything. She knows all the deaths, and the saddest one that would be for Kakashi would be Onko, because she knew how much he loved her. But this is war. It does bring pain. Come on, we've got to get as strong as I possibly can to finish the war. And then she pointed to her stomach. "I will have a great child, and we will marry it off with Kumo. Isn't that right, Minato?" said Kushina. Kushina, "Just know one thing," said Minato. "What is it, honey?" said Kushina. "We need to have 2 kids. I hope the first one will be set off to marry someone in Kumo, and the other one will be Konoha's hope," is all that Minato said. "I know what you mean," said Kushina. Over with Jiraiya. He had just gotten back to, he was on his way to Konoha. He had just picked up Tsunade. "Come on. Sensei said it's bad." "They said that we've lost all hope," said Jiraiya. Tsunade just shrugged her shoulders. "Okay, let's go," said Tsunade. They were both heading to Konoha. There'd been a week since, the next day, Obito was standing, held back by Guy, and next to him was Rin. They were here for the funeral of everyone who passed on the other day at the war. Horizon stood in front. "Everyone here, please have a minute of silence for our fallen comrades, said Horizon. After 2 minutes passed, Horizon tilted his head up. Alright, now it is time to mourn. We have been in a war, but I think it will be over soon. I've sent a treaty over to Iowa. Kiri has fallen out because of damage against Suna, and Suna is prepared to attack anyone that attacks us. We will finish this war. In the memory of all of our fallen comrades, I declare Konoha to mourn, said Horizon. The whole day went with festivals and memories of everyone who passed. Rin was very sad because she was close with Onko, and also because her mum had died in the war. She didn't know her mum and dad were going out, but they did. Obito was sad because he couldn't help Kakashi. Kakashi was going to die in this endeavor. And then Guy was sad because he's got Obito to be his partner, but not the great Kakashi. Over with Kakashi. It has been several days since Onko's funeral now. He is traveling as fast as he possibly can, and he's killed a bunch of Iowa shinobi on patrol. Every single Iowa ninja he comes across, he kills. But he won't be able to do that when he's in Iowa, unless he wants to bring attention to himself. I could just send Minato Sensei and say that we're here to finish the war, but he won't believe me. He can see the rage inside of me. I've got to do this myself, said Kakashi. Kakashi finally reached the Tsuchikage Tower. He slowly crept in it. As soon as he opened the door, he saw Onoiki. He leapt at Onoiki, but as soon as he did, he fell through a window. And once he looked up, there was several kunais at his throat, piercing, almost killing him. How can this be? You can't kill me, said Kakashi. You will make the perfect puppet. We will win, said someone. Then Kakashi turned to see Danzo and the other people, including Tenny, that were attacked. This is a beautiful moment. We will win. Thank you for being a sacrifice. You are our next prey, is all that Danzo said. Kakashi was kicked in the face, knocking him unconscious. He turned over. Obito turned over, rolled over, and he could feel something in his gut, troubling him. He dashed towards the Hokage Tower, but Rin clutched onto him, holding him back. Over with Minato and Kushina. They could both feel something was horrible. Something was off. They could feel it. What's happening? I can feel like someone's going to die soon. I need to go over and check with Horizon to see if everything's okay, said Minato. Please do that in the morning, darling. Come on, let's go back to sleep, said Kushina. It is the morning. Obito had just woken up and ran to Horizon's office to tell him about his gut feeling. Horizon! Sorry, Tobi, World 3rd, said Obito. What is it, Obito? What do you want? Asked Horizon. I have this feeling that Kakashi, whatever mission it is, he failed, said Obito. Obito, what do you mean? I never sent him on no mission, said Horizon. But he said he had this assassination mission that you had given him to assassinate Onoiki, said Obito. Horizon just shook his head. Why would you think that? Asked Horizon. Well, he said that he was on an assassination mission on Onoiki, and then at the funeral you said you had a treaty or ceasefire, whatever it was, diplomat going over to visit Onoiki, said Obito. Obito, I'm going with guards to visit Onoiki tomorrow. So, I don't know what you mean. Onoiki has just agreed to it. I was hoping he would agree earlier, but he just agreed, said Horizon. Well, let me be one of your guards. I know that they have Kakashi. I need to go and save him, said Obito. Obito, calm down. They don't have Kakashi because he's right behind me, said Horizon. Kakashi stood out front and looked at Obito.
He had a cut over his eyes. Sorry, Obito, but I couldn't kill Inoki, said Kakashi. Kakashi still had his mask on him. But that's not Obito. That's not Kakashi. I swear it is not, said Obito. Obito, just calm down. Kakashi is my personal guard now. He wants to be there. He needs to protect the Hokage on his mission. But if you want, you can come along as well, said Hiruzen. Obito just nodded. I'll be bringing Guy as well, said Obito. We leave tomorrow, said Hiruzen. Obito just nodded. He walked out of Hiruzen's office, and there stood Guy. So I'm going on a mission, right? Said Guy. Yes, we are. We are protecting Hiruzen, and that Kakashi fella is not Kakashi, said Obito. Over with Kakashi. Danzo was shoving kunai all through his chest. I want to hear about this ultimate eternal Sharingan. It's not like the Mangekyo, I heard. What powers does it hold? Said Danzo. A man with orange hair walked in. Come on, Danzo, let's leave him. Tenny walked in. So you're also my cousin. Madara will be perfect. You will be the perfect vessel. We will use the... what was it again? What's that jutsu? Whatever, there's a jutsu, the reincarnation jutsu, or something like that. I can't remember, but you will be Sensei Madara's vessel when it's time, said Tenny. Whatever, said Kakashi. Back with Obito, he had thrown Minato's three-pronged kunai into the ground, and there stood Minato. What is it? Is the village under attack again? Asked Minato. Obito just shook his head. No. Kakashi went after Noiki, and then for revenge on Onko. Then he apparently returned today, or sometime like that. But I feel like he's dying, or being killed, said Obito. But that is where we leave it off. So, this is the first out of the 10. Well, 8 that's going to come, because I'll be doing a Q&A, but they'll come out later. So, yeah. I also have been moving, so this I can't really record, but once I've stopped moving and whatnot, I can record twice as much, and you can have these soon. So, hopefully, it comes out on Tuesday, is maybe the 9th of May. All 8 come out. I'm trying to get them all out in the same day, but apart from that, peace from now.